Hey guys, welcome back to HR. It's been a while since I last made my technology video, so here it is. It's going to be about the key features of Windows 11 and should you upgrade or not. And like if you don't like Windows 11, or if like Windows 11 is not supported for your device, then Windows 10 will be continued to be supported until 2025. If you want to know the exact date, I can give it to you right now. October 14th, 2025. That's when Windows 10 will retire. Windows 11 feels like a MacBook because like everything's in the center now. So instead of being like to the left, it's now all the apps and the taskbar and everything is in the center. But if you like the old fashioned way, the previous way, you can change it back in settings. And another thing which has changed is like it's not available yet, except it's going to be available soon, which is Android apps, and it's going to come on the Microsoft Store, and I'm pretty sure it's coming through the Amazon Store, through the Play Store, but it's kind of complicated, except it'll be there. So like certain applications which are just like on Android applications, like Android like devices, like Android phones, Android tablets, now will come on Windows 11 on the Microsoft Play Store, the Microsoft Store, I mean. And another thing is that they were talking about like gaming and all that. There's been some improvements in that, but I won't go into too much detail in that for this video. And Windows 11 has like so much requirements, like a TPM 2.0 requirement, and most of you might not have it. It came like, most devices came with it like 2017 or something like that. And then if you also need a 8th gen Intel processor, which is another big requirement, because some people, they could have like a really good Core i7 processor, which is like a 7th gen, 6th gen, and then it's still working perfectly fine, and then it can't download Windows 11, except certain selected like CPUs, 7th gen CPUs are allowed. You can check that in the Microsoft on their website. And Windows 11 released on October 5th. I've been using it for a month now, and I wanted to give like a review on it today. And I'm going to tell you, should you upgrade or not. As soon as I downloaded it, I didn't face any issues or anything on this laptop, and it didn't come through the normal update, like Windows update section. That's where normally updates will come. If your device is compatible, then it will come through there. But like it'll take time, like it'll slowly come. So some devices may get it now, or October 5th, like earlier, and some devices might get it in like mid 2022. For this laptop, like it didn't come straight away, so then since it's still compatible with Windows 11, I just went on the Microsoft website and downloaded Windows 11. And you can do that by searching up Windows 11 download, and make sure it's the official one, like from the official Microsoft website. And then you can click, like, the easiest way, I think the best option for like most people would be to go through Windows 11 Installation Assistant. Like a few years ago for Windows 10, was like that too, except this is a Windows 11 installation assistant, and if you want it now and you want to experience all the new features, then you can download it. And also, like, if you have an incompatible device and it's not compatible with Windows 11, there's still some minimum like requirements, but it's not as harsh as the main ones. Except if your device is unsupported, it will come up with an unsupported message. Like, if you want to check if it's compatible or not, there's like this PC Health Checkup app which you can download from the Microsoft website, and it's before you download Windows 11, you can check if it's compatible or not. And then after, if it's like, if your device is not compatible and you still try to run the Windows 11 installation assistant, it will come up with a warning message saying that you won't be entitled to receive security updates. And Windows 11 is mainly about security updates, like mainly about security. That's why it's asking about TPM 2.0, HN CPU and all that. It's because they wanted to improve their security a lot. So then they have these strict, harsh requirements. And if you still continue to install Windows 11 on an unsupported device, like it'll come up with a warning message, but you can still click OK to continue and do the normal setup process, and everything will work fine, and you'll still probably get updates, except we don't know when. Like, they could just suddenly stop working. Your like device will just stop getting updates. So it's kind of risky to download it on unsupported hardware. Like my other laptop, I didn't download Windows 11 still because it passes all the requirements, minimum requirements like TPM 2.0, everything it passes except that it's a 7th gen CPU, Intel CPU. If it was an 8th gen, then I could have downloaded it. And another reason I didn't download it on that laptop is because Windows 10 is still going to be continued to support until October 14, 2025. So, like, you don't have to like rush and download Windows 11 or buy a new device. You still have like 5 years left, like 4 years left. That's still a long time, like, remaining. So if you have like a device which is working perfectly fine and like nothing's wrong with it, then stick with Windows 10. Don't take the risk by downloading Windows 11 and then you don't know when you won't receive like software updates. But Microsoft could change this in the future. They might like say that you'll still get updates, except maybe certain features will be like restricted. Who knows? But as of now, it's not clear. So I wouldn't recommend downloading Windows 11 on unsupported devices. But if your devices are supported, it has some amazing features. And also, if you go in settings, or the whole like UI like is so different right now. It's like pretty much the same, not much of a difference. That's what some of you might say, except like everything feels like using like a phone or tablet. Like the operating system doesn't feel so old-fashioned like Windows 10. It feels like more modern. It has like a modern design, kind of like a MacBook, kind of like a a tablet, iPad, a phone. Feels like that. And all the edges, it's not like sharp and like anymore. Sharp rectangle boxes on the edges of the applications and edges of the UI and all that. It's now all smooth and soft. It's like soft rounded edges. Some of you might like that, some of you might not like that. Well, you can't do much about it, except if you like it, it's good for you. Except if you don't like it, for me, I don't care much about that. It doesn't make much of a difference for me. Like, it's just there. And if you, like I told earlier in the video, if you don't like the windows like being in the center, you can always switch back to the left, like in the settings area. And also Microsoft said that instead of like keep on pushing updates and updates and updates, Windows 11 would they would put 2 major updates per year, like feature updates, like when new features come. Now they're only going to do it like twice a year. And also they said it was going to be like, I'm pretty sure it was like 20% or 40% smaller. Let me just double check that. But I don't have time right now, but I know that they've reduced not like to down on Windows 11, except the future updates won't be as big as usual, so it'll be much quicker, and plus you won't have like much updates as usual, so then you don't have to keep updating your laptop or anything. That's a good thing. And also I like that Microsoft is still continuing to support Windows 10. Then who knows, they might even support it even longer than what they announced the date was. So should you upgrade to Windows 11? You should, there's no problem with Windows 11 right now. It's like all stable and everything. Normally, like when a new operating system comes out or new like major update comes out, like normally like something wrong happens, but from my experience from like almost a month of use, nothing's wrong with it and it feels fine and feels good. And in terms of performance, there's not much of a difference, except that's what most like people say, there's not much of a difference. Even I didn't see any much of a difference in performance. It's just some features have been changed. And also, I feel like that, so you should like upgrade if your one's compatible and just upgrade. But if it's not compatible, if your laptop's old or PC's old, then just replace the parts or like you get a new laptop. But if you like can't afford a new one, or you don't, your like laptop's working perfectly fine or your PC's working perfectly fine, then I would just stick to Windows 10 until it retires, or until your laptop slows down. So then if you enjoyed this video, put a like button, and then if you enjoy my other videos also, click subscribe. If you have any questions, comment down below.